When you take the derivative of this function, you might think to first use the quotient rule, because you see a quotient, something divided by something. But what I noticed is, here in green, I noticed possibly that I want to simplify it before I try factoring it, and maybe I won't have to use quotient rule. Because see here in the green, what it is, I first changed x, the square root of x to x to the 1/2. Then, do you notice I'm divided both pieces by x to the 1/2 here in red. Okay, so divide each by x to the 1/2. You are allowed to do that as long as you do both pieces. Then if I simplify this, when you have powers and you have a power over a power with the same base, you subtract the powers, so 3 minus 1/2 is 5/2. And here, if you have a power on the bottom, you can move it up, make it a negative power. So right here, the first 3 steps, all it is, I rewrote it. Now I don't need to use quotient rule. Now all I have to do is simply take the derivative of this polynomial with fractional powers. So here's how it works. I leave the 4. I'm taking the derivative of this. So the 5 over 2 goes out front. Minus 1 from 5 over 2, you get 3 over 2. Okay, just leave the 4 out front. Leave the negative 3 out front. Take the negative 1/2, put it out front. Minus 1 from negative 1/2, get negative 3 over 2. So right there in green is the derivative. Now we start simplifying. Now you might think to cancel the 4 and the 2, but I noticed I want to try to get a common denominator, so I didn't cancel the 4 and the 2 right here yet. So I just simplify this. 4 times 5 is 20. Leave the power. Here in negative 3 times a negative 1 is a positive 3. And I brought the negative power back to the denominator. Alright, I'm just simplifying here from the green. Now, right here, from here to here, what did I do? How did I get my final answer? Well, do you see how in order to add these, I need a common denominator? So don't I need to multiply top and bottom here by x to the 3 over 2 power? See how I need, over here, don't I need x to the 3 over 2 power? So when I multiply x to the 3 over 2 times x to the 3 over 2, I get x to the 3rd. When I multiply top and bottom here, this becomes x to the 3rd. Alright, now I can combine the tops, so I have 20x to the 3rd plus 3, and the bottoms would be the same, and I leave the bottom. Now you could probably do even more simplification, but I'm going to leave it like this. Now one more time, right here, how did I get x to the 3 over 2 into x to the 3rd? I multiplied top and bottom by x to the 3 over 2, so the bottoms are the same. So x to the 3 over 2, x to the 3 over 2, creating an x to the 3rd on top. Simplifying derivatives tend to be very important and very annoying at times, so good luck with simplifying derivatives. And remember, you don't always have to use quotient rule. You totally could have used quotient rule. I thought this method was a little bit easier.